No one's here, Lakai. No one's here. No one cares. No one wants to hang out with us. Who is that? Who's here, friend? Whoa, what's up, Jan? Hi. Hello, Karina. Hello. Hi, Joe. Hello, Joe. Hey. Only got in because of your link in the Discord. Sweet. Did the link in the Patreon not work? I clicked as soon as I got the notification, but it didn't take me to Patreon at all. Well, I took the direct link. Oh wait, did I? Hold on. It's not showing up a link on Patreon. Whoa. Sorry about that. It's not showing up a link on Patreon. Sorry about that. It's not showing up a link on Patreon or the email. There it is. Yep. See, I don't know why. Don't know why I did that. Just hang there for a second. Hang there for a second. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it wasn't there. Finally got it. Yeah, we are live. There. Brandon, Karina, come on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Everyone is alive. Everyone's fine. Check your buddy. Check yourself. Make sure you don't got any holes. Derek, way to clickbait. Oh, come on. Cheese, what are you talking about? How do you know? How do you know that I got cheese on? How could you tell? I haven't put the camera on myself yet. Trauma. You know, the only trauma that anyone here experiences is me having to read all of your whiny comments. Oh. Do you know what could actually help to fix that trauma? Is ZZ rolling around and being cute, but she stopped doing that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, whoa, whoa. ZZ, come over here. Come here, baby. ZZ, come on. Come here, baby. ZZ. Why, any comments? Have I been summoned? Wi-Fi off? What are you talking about? You're gonna hear a few of those. I apologize. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Angie. They do have to beat Seattle. Because screw those guys. Screw those guys. Hi. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, wrong. I didn't know where my phone was. Yeah. Why do you have to have a fancy during a musical event? I don't know. I don't schedule your music events. Just happy I made it to an XFL for the first time in eons. Oh my gosh, the XFL is back on? Ooh, I was always yeah, we were Dallas Dallas Defenders. Or was it yeah, was it Dallas Defenders? I think it was. Cinnamon rolls, but that'll have to wait. Cute pink nosy. Yes. Eames. There's gonna be a few cranky kitties. We fed yesterday. Fed yesterday evening. But this Choo-Choo, Choo-Choo's in a good mood. Choo-Choo's in a good mood. Hey. Hey, Choo-Choo. Choo-Choo. Ezzy, Ezzy. Choo-Choo. I'm gonna touch your butt. I'm gonna touch your butt. How am I today? I'm doing all right. I feel like I'm not fully over whatever crud I had. Now before, and I was sitting there thinking like, oh, you know how like you'll get sick and then you stop being sick, but then there's like this this period of time where your body's like, all right, well, we have a whole bunch of junk that we have to expel from like just the lungs, your head, all the nooks and crannies and crevasses. And I thought like, okay, well, that's probably where I'm at. But it seems like it's been persisting a little bit longer than it should be. And I'm like, come on, all the junk should be cleared out. So I still might be kind of just dealing with some just sometimes I feel it in my bones. In the children's bounds. Has anyone watched the new season of Big Mouth yet? No one wants to know about. Yeah, I'm gonna. What doesn't matter. I'm gonna talk about him. And do you speak for everyone? Hi, Benandy. Okay, so sweet boy over there. Sweet boy. Not so sweet. No one's pants are clean now. Yeah. My housemate does not like these noises. Yeah, I imagine not. I imagine not. They are very angry. Those are very, very serious angry noises. Yeah, but the yeah. Does Boomer? Yes, they have food. We fed last night. There's a lot of cats that have food. A lot of angry cats. Just is how it is. No, but the new season of Big Mouth, I actually think that it may be one of the best seasons, one of the best written so far. It's so stinking good. At the the Christmas special is really good. And in particular, my favorite segment on the Christmas special is the European foreign exchange student twins when they talk about their Christmas tradition. I've watched that clip a bunch of times and it just makes me laugh. Because they're doing like a parody of, and it's like a mishmash of like Scandinavian and German and like those weird European Christmas traditions where, you know, like, oh, there's like Black Peter, and then, you know, we have like a Santa and a black, and it's really, and on the 27th of December is when we get beaten by black, and it's like these, and those are like real traditions, you know, and it's so strange. You're like, why? What is this? Yeah, well, and then we put porridge inside of our shoes, and then we have to wait for the Christmas angel to come, and they put a coin, and if they put a coin in our shoe, then that means that we've been good and we don't get beaten, and it's just like stuff like that. And I remember Melanie, dear friend Melanie, I started asking her, I'm just like, what are some of your Christmas traditions? She's like, well, you know, we have like the Black Peter, and we I think it's so strange, it's crazy. But then this the clip on the Big Mouth thing, it's so funny because it's a version of that, and it's like vaguely unspecified European place where these girls are talking about, and they talk about their Christmas tradition, and it's like it's equal parts weird and like horrifyingly like scary for no reason, like many European traditions are. And it's like, why is it so bloody and disturbing and dark? This is supposed to be Christmas. That'll clear your sinuses in. Oh yeah. Why is your shadow weird? Your shadow is weird. Princess. Prin. Prinny. On the eve of Christmas, we are visited by Vader Johann. Yeah, that's right. I'm actually a Revolutionary War reenactor. That's how you can tell I'm like a super cool guy. Did I see the new Cowboy Bebop preview? Yeah, I did. Snuffle at the dang cat. You know what? We're gonna move on. I don't take orders from you, Paul. Nope. Sorry, Paul. Gotta teach you a lesson. Oh, you actually started watching Cowboy Bebop for the first time? Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. You got past the casino episode. What is that, like episode 5? Episode 4? Super early. It's super early. You gotta bump those numbers up, man. Those are rookie numbers. Yeah, it's like episode 3. Hi. Whoa. Okay. Not just a peat painter, but a snuffle denier. I am. If snuffles are so great, then how come we still have tigers? I mean, why don't you riddle me that? Answer that with your facts. There's a lot of protein, so snuffles are high risk. That's right. Edward Wong, how Pebelu Tivruski, yeah. Facts are nothing but agreed upon opinions. It is true. And who is of the opinion, raise your hand in the comments, who is of the opinion that we don't know for sure whether or not Baron is actually Baron? Or if there's just someone who took over Baron's account and is pretending to be Baron. Raise your hand if you don't, not saying if you say like, well, this is a fact, but raise your hand if you just have questions where you don't know if that's the way that things are. Okay, there's that. Yep. Baron, that's not Angie, yep. Oh, Ross is looking very cute. Question everything. So see, by that logic, what is it? Facts are nothing but agreed upon opinions. Then we can assume that because everyone has an agreed upon opinion, the opinion that Baron may not be Baron, then we could probably make the logical leap that that's like a fact. He never posted this blood work he supposedly got. I know. Is it actually blood? Or is it actually like robot serum? You know, kind of like in the Aliens movies, when the androids, they have like that, they have that like milky white blood stuff. He never posted whether or not that was actually what he had like flowing around in his what could be confused for arteries. I'm just glad finally got a corporeal form. Oh boy. Oh boy. She's trying to like roll over and kind of look over. And there is more, yeah. Don't you come over here. Don't come over here and yell at me. I gave you space. I gave you space. I gave you space. That's why I came over here. That's why I came over here. If you get up from your nice and comfy spot and then come over here to yell at me, that's not on me. That's on you. Hello. Now, if you want to come over here and be sweet, I would absolutely accept that. I'm going to take my cheese. I will take my cheese head off, even just for you. Just for you. I will take my cheese head off. All right. She is full of kettle corn. She is so full of kettle corn. Truce. Right? The Jorg is out. Everyone hide. The Jorg. The Jorg is scanning. I certainly did some more world building on the Tuesday webcast. In particular, the origin of the Jorg. I know, hashtag lore. But the origin of the Jorg got some more world building. Where it started out, Joe started out on a noble expedition to try to find the real Taivanandi, to go and scour the land and report back his findings. And he started to use more sophisticated computer-based like toolkits to go into his scanning apparatus. But the software, the hardware and the software streams got crossed and the data became corrupted. And the high technology hardware and software meshed with Joe and then turned into the Jorg. And it started to infiltrate other, starting off with airplanes. And that's how it started to infect other multiple airplanes. And it's weird because it starts out with this like noble intent, and then it turns into this corrupted artificial intelligence that still has a prime directive of we have to find Andy. So now it basically like scans the horizon looking for symbols as been Andy. But if the Jorg spots anything that it deems like, oh, you know, scanning, that could be Benandy, because it's on the everlasting lookout for Andy, then it basically it latches onto it and converts it into extra Jorg. Like I said, it's corrupted because it's supposed to be finding Benandy. And if it ever does find the real Benandy, I have no idea what's going to happen. Y'all wouldn't happen to know the nuclear launch codes, would you? No, well, Benandy, if you really are, you can. Not every single airplane has been Jorgified, but many of them, especially in this immediate area, have been. Oh yeah, no, that Baron, don't meet Joe. That really, yeah. We're dealing with technology that we just don't understand. It's gone beyond us. It's achieved a level of computation and comprehension that kind of surpasses, in many ways, it's like it simultaneously surpasses that of like the human human capabilities and human capacity, but at the same time it like has a very limited capacity for things. I think that its ability to compute the how and to problem solve the how of like a complex data sets and complex problem points, that's beyond human capability. But its ability, the Jorg's ability to understand the why, it's like non-existent. It's just not. It's so rudimentary. You too could become Jorg, like that guy who joined the search party for himself. Melita's in there. She yelled earlier. I'm not going to try to get her to do that again. Now, I think that it's basically just a given that the Jorg is going to continue to spread. So then I think the next thing is like we have to make sure that we can actually almost kind of like infect the Jorg with more like benevolent kind of programming. Like, hey, we need you to kind of be on our side. We need you to be on like Team People side. We need to invest in Stinger missiles. No, yeah. Okay, look, I'm saying like Stinger missiles. That could be like Plan G. We're not there yet. Darren, jeez. There's still hope. Look at this guy's belly. Look at this guy's belly. Can you believe that? I've seen the movies. Violence always works. That is a nice tummy, isn't it? But the thing is, for now, so there's a Jorg right there, and it's scanning for anything that resembles an Andy. So all I have to do is just act cool, meaning like I have to act like a cool person, like not be a nerd. Then its sensors won't pick up on me, and it won't lock on. So absorbed. I think start with the sign on the ground that says Kiara. Yeah. There's the Jorg in the sky, looking for you, Bunandy. All right. We are doing it. Oh, and also, Jan, I've had the Wi-Fi eye. I've had the Wi-Fi eye. The Wi-Fi eye. I've had the Wi-Fi on the entire time. Because we have extended. It's starting to finally actually become a thing. Extended Wi-Fi capabilities. Yeah. The Wi-Fi. I will say that the way that it is, it doesn't necessarily like reach every single separate spot, every single kind of location around the compound, but pretty good. That cheese hat might not help your case. Which case are you talking about, Tiffany Clarkson, Frick? What the frick are you talking about, Frick? No, so with that, how pixelated, how weird and pixelated has the stream been at different times? I sent some extenders. Oh, Eames, it's not about the extenders. No, we actually like have gone, which thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. But we actually went with the company, like we have like built and like ran wires. We had to like build the things up over there. Like there's a whole system and there's different, that thing, the white thing there. I mean, like we've had to build like some serious hardware, run cables in the underground. They are actual, that is true. They're Jorg jammers. We had to put up some Jorg jammers. Which, this is the thing. Now, because that's a catch-22, and that's actually a good point. It's a catch-22 now. We put up the Jorg jammers because we didn't want to be converted into Jorg type stuff. But the Jorg started because he was trying to find Benandy. So then this right here is actually a really easy, it's a good spot. Care is actually a really great spot for any sort of Benandys, real or fake, to hide. Because of the network of Jorg jammers. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Makes things a little bit more complicated. Granny, still make out the blobs. That's great. All right, well, what if let's turn off though. Oh no, yeah, the cheesehead definitely is very, that's an easy Jorg jamming device. What do we got going on over here? What we got going on over here? I was walking around and then all of a sudden I see Kel's bells. She just jumped right up on that box. And she just started snuffling. She just started going. She jumped up and started going like a pretty little girl. She is revving her Pete's. She is revving them Pete's. All right. Shirt didn't cut. Hello. Oh, no. Sweetie. Hi. Hey, sugar pie. It's okay. Oh, I know. It's so strange. Oh, wait. No. Ah. She's like, frightened. Scary. So scary. Hi. Hello. Whoa. Hey. Hi. Yeah, look at, we're trying to understand the Jorg a little bit more. We're trying to see things from Jorg's perspective. All right. we'll have those tires up there. So whenever we have like tarps or whenever we have like shade type things, like in the summertime, they can weigh them down. Weird German guy, wouldn't recommend. Oh my gosh, right? Hello. Hello. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I know, they are getting chunky. They're getting their winter chunk going. Oh boy. Perfection. I will say going up here and doing stuff like this though is super dangerous for people who, if they don't know what they're doing or are unfamiliar, because what can happen if you're not knowing what you're doing is that you could inadvertently, I know 2 years ago they were 20 pounds. Oh yeah, you know, ExFa, it's whatever kind of thing. But like you could, there's certain situations, there's certain places, if I were to step, that could just basically mean goodbye leg. Now they poop 20 pounds. They do. Okay. Look at. Oh no, yeah, that part's okay. That's fine. It has nothing. That really, what are you doing? That's, you dummy. He's got a piece of wood in his mouth and he's just like, nah. You put the piece of wood in your mouth and then he immediately was just like, nah. But walking on certain areas, like walking in the middle of like where the chain link actually is, or walking on like bar reinforced, that's one thing. But then if I were to like accidentally like step anywhere right in here, then my leg would go through, because that's a seam. Now it's all wired together. It's all seamed together and wired together. But there's a chance that my leg could go through that part, or even just part of my leg, and then the cat would see that and then they'd be like, oh, well, let me go ahead and help. Let me go ahead and grab that. I remember actually hearing one time, this was years ago, and Heidi would she would print out like different incidents that happened. I think it was like the USDA would have like a newsletter or something like that, or there was some sort of like zoologic community kind of newsletter, and they would list all of the incidents that took place involving big cats over the course of like a particular time period, over the course of a year. And it was just like, and you could like basically see like the safety reports, like, oh, this person lost a finger over here, this person actually, you know, they got scratched on the face over here, there was a zoo worker or someone who like actually went to go to a circus, or, you know, there was a kid that got mauled at a cub petting thing. And it was like, this is like back in when so much of that type of activity was still very, very kind of, you know, prevalent. But there was one in particular that I remember hearing about, and it's like you would have these types of enclosure situations where, you know, people would have to go up on top for whatever reason. Like there's fence panels that need to get fixed, or there's, you know, you lay down tarps for shade. And then whenever we have to do things here, now this is not how things used to go. I used to, like, of course I'm up here right now, but now, like if we were to have, you know, current staff, interns and everything like have to come up here to like lay tarps down, we would lock this area out. There wouldn't be any cats in this area. You only work above areas that have no cats in them, unless you're me. Because I come from like a weird cowboy era of care, you know, when yeah, things were a little bit more you know, yeehaw as far as those types of standards are concerned. And it's funny, I've even had like other curator people in position, like young folks who would go through the intern program, but then they'd stay on for another internship. Not so it's like they weren't an intern, but they would be training the other interns, and then I've heard multiple different curators have to have like talks with their groups of interns where it's just like, okay, I'm gonna just tell you right now, like basically half of the stuff that you see Derek do, you cannot do. And like even like say like he does that stuff because he is like for lack of a better explanation, he is special, and like he does, like you will get hurt, like and like, but won't he get hurt? It's like, yeah, he might, but that's a risk that the organization is okay taking. But anyway, a lawless time. That's right. But there was a thing I remember reading, and it was at a different facility, and I think it was another kind of rescue type facility, zoologic rescue, etc., whatever. And there was someone they were working on top of an enclosure, and it was their first day. It was their first day working at a facility like this. It was their first day volunteering at a place like this. They were working on top of an enclosure, and they were working with someone who had like 10, 15 years of experience. And the person, their leg went through the top of the enclosure. Tiger at the bottom like was like, oh fuck, shit, leg, nice, and then grabbed up, pulled it, yank, 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 eventually popped that person's leg off. I mean, I can only imagine how like awful, because that's the other thing too. It's not like what's that Mark Wahlberg movie, the M. Night Shyamalan one, because there was like a scene in there where like some guy like he gets infected by the suicide plant spores, and then he goes into like a lion's enclosure, and then the lion's like just like pop, like basically like He-Man Masters of the Universe arms, just pops him right off. That is not, it would be a lot of ripping and tearing and pulling and screaming, and it might take, you know, like 5, 10, 15 minutes for that to happen. And if you could just sit there and think of just how awful it is. Frightening. Yeah, so that was like the big thing, and I remember reading about that. I remember reading, like, it was that person's first day. It was their first day working. It was their first day volunteering at a facility, and they got their fucking leg torn off. Ugh. Derek fact checking. Big cats are terrifying creatures. They are. They're terrifying and they're adorable. So it's like we can celebrate their adorableness while also still very much so respecting their terribleness. Yeah, where is Lydia? You can kind of sit there and see like what I'm... frightening. Fred. So sorry. Fred. Fred, I'm coming to get you. Banandy sends his regards. Papa Banandy. It. Oh, this is a whole different one. This whole different one. I didn't want to walk on the panels. That would just make a lot of noise. Now I could fall down there. That would suck. Because then I'd be in between the two fences. And then they'd want to sit there and rattle the fences around. And Yeah, good fences lets everyone keep their legs. That is true. Good fences, good neighbors. Plus legs. They'd want a taste of cheese, right? They would. Oh boy. Fred, do it again. Fred. Fred. Roll. Roll. Roll, 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 roll. Roll, roll, roll. Give us another one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Good job, bud. Good job, bud. That's right. There is circus music out of the background. Tiffany. All right. Okay. Hold on. Hey. So I was gonna be careful because there's wires that stick out from just the so like places that you connect the fence to. You got these little pokey wires, and I can't tell you how many times I'm climbing up and down on stuff, and they get caught either on your clothes or on your skin. Ugh. And then you try to do like a smooth kind of like hup 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 and jump down kind of thing, and then one of those catches you. Heavens forbid if it catches you on the skin as you're like leaping down off of something and just jaggedy, rusty wire cut. Sucks. And you're sitting there wondering, just like, man, when's the last time I got a tetanus booster? See, I like to do. You got to do it like those old country grandmas, who are just like, well, I take a little bit of poison oak and poison ivy and I boil it, and then I boil it down and I get the poison oak and the poison ivy, in a concentrated oil, and then like I usually kind of mix it in a little bit into the food that I feed my family and my kids and my grandkids, so that eventually they become immune to poison oak and poison sumac. I've heard that. I've heard of old-timey, old-fashioned like country grandmas doing stuff like that. I don't know if that works. I'm curious as to whether or not that may work. I know it does. It sounds wacky, right, Jan? But I've heard that like and it's like a old country grandma like in the South, and like they would get poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac, and then they would like boil it down into like a ridiculous concoction of like basically the shittiest essential oil ever. and then they would use it. They would take the concentrated poison oak and poison ivy oil, and then they'd mix it into the food that they would feed their families. If you get diarrhea, it means it's working. But then I've heard people swear by it, like where it's just like, oh, like I don't get affected by I can rub poison ivy on my face and it doesn't affect me because I basically like I was so gradually exposed to it as a kid. Now I don't have that allergic reaction to it. I'm learning so much today. Are you really? Karina, what have you learned? You can have a little poison and it's good for you, but do not go over the threshold. That's right. Please don't mention diarrhea. Oh my God. Oh wait. If you're sliding into first and your pants begin to burst, diarrhea. Diarrhea. If you're sliding into second and you need a disinfectant, diarrhea. Diarrhea. If you're sliding into third and you lay a juicy turd, diarrhea. Diarrhea. If you're sliding into home and your pants begin to foam, diarrhea. Diarrhea. Sitting on the bench, woo, what a stench, diarrhea. Diarrhea. I've learned don't do the things that Derek does. Yeah. Well, it's just like there's weird little things. And it's like there's weird things to do. It's like with particularly different things like with tractor operation that it's like you unlock the achievement, you unlock the skill points after literal years and years and years of turning that tractor, our tractor, into ostensibly an extension of your own body. So there's certain types of things where it's like, I know how the tractor operates. I know the very kind of fine nuances of its weight disbursement and what types of weight I can handle and what types of weight I can't handle. So different things like, taking two very heavy horses and then hooking them up by the neck and then driving to gut them both at the same time. Heidi can do that. Derek can do that. Hell, even I'm sure Destiny probably might not even feel comfortable doing it. That's the only thing. Destiny's very safety conscious. But I've heard definitely like that's an example of just like a don't do that. You cannot do that sort of thing. Climbing up and down on off the tractor bucket. Ren, you're gonna break Melissa's heart. When you did that quick butcher. Oh yeah. Back to second grade. I just literally regressed. You had the interns that speech the other time I was there. Dug deep, that is right. She's such a beautiful voice. So where was that song from? I remember hearing it in the show, in the movie Parenthood. That was in that show for a little bit. So you might be thinking of that old Steve Martin movie. Is that some sort of toiga? Do you have it stuck in your head now? I'm sorry. No, I just want to watch The Jerk. That's a great movie. Such a good movie. That's one of those movies where it really still holds up. It is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's, I will say, like, I don't hate Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but I remember, like, it's on it's so many people's, like, as far as comedy movies are concerned, it's on people's, like, oh, it's on my top 5, my top 10, my top 3, or whatever, of their favorite comedy movies of all time. And my first time I ever saw it was, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. And I think I was expecting more for being on so many people's top movies, and it didn't, I don't know if it didn't like meet those expectations. I was just like, I don't know. Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, The Jerk are my top 3. Those are very good. Those are very good as far as top 3. Ugh. Ugh. All right. I would say that Caddyshack, probably my favorite comedy of all time. You lack the nostalgia associated with it. Maybe. You lack the nostalgia. What year did Planes, Trains, and Automobiles come out? And is that true? Hi, sugar pie. Oh, you has your TV. She has her TV. Let's see, top 3. I'd put Caddyshack. Maybe Tommy Boy. I don't know, because now I'm thinking about like either like Happy Gilmore or Anchorman. I love Anchorman. You haven't watched Tommy Boy? Oh my gosh, Panandy. You know, if you see Tommy Boy, it would actually help lend itself to better chances of me approving your Real Banandy application. Tommy Boy, Spaceballs, and Anchorman. Yeah. Yeah, Anchorman was a magical thing. And it's like, the Anchorman sequel was fine, but it certainly was nowhere near the original, and it's like, it was unnecessary. You didn't have to make it. Didn't have to make it. Fat guy in a little coat. Fat guy in a little coat. Yeah. I love lamp. Brick, do you really love the lamp, or are you just looking around the room and saying things that you love? Ooh, Airplane, Hot Shots, and Naked Gun. Okay, so you like so Joe is a big fan of like the spoof movies. That's very cool. Spoof movies are very fun. And like the 80s going into like the early 90s was like it was a golden era of spoof movies. Yeah, Airplane's super good. Very solid choices. Noe. No ilolaan. Golden Arrow with terrible, terrible, terrible sequels. Yeah. I did watch Nobody. Oh, that's a fantastic movie. Nobody's amazing. But okay, so you, but Andy, your next assignment is to watch Tommy Boy. And I'm gonna need to. You're gonna need to give like a synopsis to the class on your thoughts, your favorite scenes. Write a book report on the movie. Actually, no, I got to take it back. Possibly my top 3 is. Oh yeah, no, Coming to America. Coming to it because that is a movie where it's like I can watch it time again. The movies where it's like I know what the jokes are, but they still make me laugh. And like I can see. Yeah, that it may be. Is that the one with Eddie Murphy? Baron, what is the matter with you? You haven't seen Coming to America either, Melissa? What? All right, that is, I do think Caddyshack is definitely in my top 3. I think Coming to America may also be in my top 3. Whoa, Karina, you haven't either. Okay, new homework assignment. Wow. Yeah, we do need a care movie night. We could do a watch along. We could do a watch along and then we could comment on the Discord. And actually the Coming to America sequel, and don't get me wrong, it's not, it's not the original, but not that bad as far as like, as far as comedy sequels are concerned. It's just like, it was actually pleasantly surprised that they, it didn't seem like stale and unnecessary. Yeah, but the original Coming to America, it is a masterpiece movie. It is so good. Malika. Hi. Hi, pretty girl. Okay. All right. Banandy. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, Banandy, you need to watch Tommy Boy on your own. We may have to do a Coming to America watch together on the Discord. And then it's like we can go into the watch party text. Yeah, we can go into we can plan on time, and I'll go into the watch party text. Yeah. I think that might work. Maybe we can do it next weekend. What are you talking about? These are way too important. Way too important to wait for next weekend. And besides, weekends suck. Weekends don't work for me because I have to be here. I have to be doing either family stuff, care stuff, in between stuff. Tiffany, right? The new one was great. And I was the same thing. I was the same thing where I'm just like, I don't know if this is going to be all that good. Yeah. And then I watched it and it was just like, this is actually really good. Yeah, it's not the original. It's certainly not the original, but I was very pleasantly surprised at how good the sequel was. At 2:54 a.m. on Wednesday. Wow, okay, Derek, it was just a suggestion. Benandy, you better get that caps lock off right now, okay? Or I will turn this cast around. I will turn this stream around. Okay. William! Lydia is not here. She doesn't love you. Billiam. Sir Billiam. Sir Billiam. Where is Lady Lydia? She cares not. She cares not. Willicus. Yeah, right? He's a cutie patootie. He is a cutie patootie. Willie. Sir Billiam. Sir Billiam III, Esquire. Sir Billiam. Does him wanting to sneak me? I mean, he might want to play with your bounds. He might want to taste the bounds. He does look good. Well, there's the Jorg. Everyone act cool. Everyone act cool. Don't act like a nerd. And you'll be just fine. Stop lying to William. Lying? How am I lying? How am I lying? Where is the lie? Can we act like... Yes, you can act like dorks, just don't act like dweebs or nerds. Ah, good, yes. Ah, yes, indeed. Right? That's plushy kitty. No, that's not Fred. No, that's not Fred. Fred is... Hold on. You look at me. Nope, there he is. Fred is just a little bit off camera to the left. All I have to do is just kind of tilt the camera. I would just have to tilt the camera a little bit to the left, and then you can see Fred. And yes, that is Bandito. Lydia loves. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't, why me? If she loved him so much, where is she? Where is she? If Lydia loved Will, where did she go? She abandoned him. Just like she abandoned Slade. Wow, how could she? Right? All right. All right, there you go. There's Fred. Yeah, you're not a bad parent. I mean, even the, like, it's oddly enough, even the fake Benandy, like, still shows up for Fred. So Fred has someone. Never has a cat ever looked more like a Fred than Fred, right? You're right. Fred Kona. Fred Kona. Raven's good. Raven is good. She's a very good girl. Pichu. Sir Frederick J. Conison III, Duke of Bridgeport. I like it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, right? Right? I was not ready. That's my boy. See, the one thing, and I've been thinking about this. I think eventually, if Benandy, if we can't find Benandy, eventually we're just gonna have to just treat the fake Benandy as if he's the real Benandy. I mean, obviously he's done like his homework and acts like him enough to where it's just like, all right. I mean, I don't think we're gonna find the real one, so we'll just go with this guy. He's sending out the Thai Benandy signal. Yeah. What does so like the Thai Benandy signal, but it's like you see that like the bat signal at night. It's up on the clouds. It's the ethnos logo. No, it's not the ethnos logo. It's like a picture of like, you know, like one of those stick figures, kind of like if you're going to the restroom, but it's one of those stick figures and they're on a toilet, and then you could just see clearly that the person is in distress. Their eyes are all squinty. They're sitting on the toilet just, ooh. Oh god. Fred, aw. Yeah, it's an ER bed. Well, and the stick figure has to have like, you know, the stick figure has to have like nerd glasses and like buck teeth. And the friend is like, "That's my dad." Like father, like son. Oh, right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Right? 'Tis a Pete stretch. Geez, I know, right? Geez is G's and crackers. All right. I have got to. Fred is really nailing it. He's doing a good job. Fred is doing a really, really good job. So. VR, right? So we're going to go ahead and get another phone, just leave it streaming on him all day, please. Yeah, that'd be good. I think so. Easy. Well, I'm going to be probably getting a new one here in a few weeks. So, yeah, maybe I'll just take this old one. It'll just be the Fred cam. Fred cam. Squeak for the road? All right. Yep. You know what? You're right. I didn't even go to Cassie. This is perfect. You can use the old one on Wi-Fi and leave it. Yeah, I really actually could. That's not even a bad idea. But Andy, even though you were kind of joking, it's like there are possibilities to just use the Wi-Fi and just kind of leave it streaming so that I can have multiple kind of things going on at any one time. Oh my gosh. Look at her. She's got her food. She's got her food in her bed. She gave her food the pillows. I know she did. She is so sweet. What a good girl. What a good girl. An offering to Rainbow Dash. That's right. Yeah. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hey, sugar pie. I know, Squeak's at the ready. No, she does not need coffee. She is up and at them. I know, 0 to 100 in 1 second. Hi, baby girl. Hey, sweetie. Hey, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. Good girl. You're a good girl. Good girl. Good girl, good girl, good girl. Good girl, good girl. Good, 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 good girl. She's a good girl. Ooh, good girl. Good girl. All right. Thanks, Cass. I'll talk to you later. It's getting close to kickoff. Packer game. I gotta get going. It's wonderful spending time with y'all, as per usual. I enjoy the time that we get to spend together when I can actually get out and stream. It's a good thing. Wait. Bobby. 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 Good girl. All right, say bye. Say bye-bye to all the peoples. Say bye-bye to all the peoples, Bobby. All right. Bye-bye.